It is August the 24th, and this is Futures in 5. This morning, we'll take a look at the ES. I did hear from some folks, and certainly the images are very small, so I'll try to widen them up. We are range bound in the ES here, taking a look at the areas between 2854 and 2868. When we've got sideways action like this, our pullbacks are going to be buy zones. Our presses up that look like breakouts are going to be resistance areas. We've seen that literally for 3 days in a row. Friday's kind of tricky though. Some of these Fridays have been very, very bullish. Some of them have been very, very bearish. We are under a bearish trigger right now, but I suspect this low volume area that we can see right here is going to hold us from moving any further at this juncture, or if we do lose it, we will recover. That region is around 28.48. Taking a look at the NQ, we've got a thin volume pocket up here. This one's been lifting a little bit more. It looks like it's got better energy than it has in times past, but it is stalling right outside of this high volume area. We really want to watch for it. Thin volume pocket right here. What we've done, every single breach has been a resistance zone. We're building a little bit more upside pressure. You want to watch it up above 74.52 to sort of stall out if it's going to do that. That said, up above 74.46, we're going to see that upside measure. Range bound between 74.12 and 74.46. That's the way that looks. We've got to think about these things in terms of range-based formations because our momentum is a bit flatlined. Taking a look at the YM, this has done a beautiful job breaking out and filling in. Look at all of this volume sitting in here. The majority of the volume in this month is sitting down in this area with some thin pockets right around 25,400 all the way up to 25,550. We are looking at a bull flag potentially here. So this fade into support, which we've been watching, coming into the thin volume profile, holding and then bouncing, tells us that we could have a reversal formation. Think about things like an inverted head and shoulders pattern or our 1, 2, 3, 4 count if we are studying together. The formations that we are looking at here between 25,640 and 25,780 are going to give us major congestion. We really want to watch those edges. Don't buy the highs, don't sell the lows here in this space. This is not a trending chart. All right, taking a look at oil, this has been really a textbook resistance to support, back to resistance. It is entirely range bound. A lot of folks arguing this cross current here about where we're going. Fact of the matter is, we don't know. And so it's still sitting in the majority of the ranges. I suspect, since we've got some negative divergence, that any kind of blow off up to the top here is going to fade just like it did in the past. The question then becomes, how well do we hold 68.30, 68.12? That's going to be that big space on the pullback if you're looking for long action that's going to hold. If you are looking for trading the breakout, realize that's going to be an intraday motion to the upside. It does not tell us to hold. It tells us to take profit where we see it. As intraday traders, that is what we need to do. Right? A lot of us come to the intraday trading space, but we've got these ideas about using swing mechanics, and those certainly are not advisable. Taking a look lastly at gold, this bounce holding. We've got a thin pocket here. We've got a thin pocket here. If you look back to yesterday's charts, the day before, wherever it is, you're going to see this area near 1189, 1194. If you were looking at the blog with all the setups, we really did talk about this 1189 area that's going to provide the bounce zone. So that's given us about 60 ticks of motion to the upside. That's nice movement there. But if you take a reversal trade, you can't hang on to it. This is a space where we are support to resistance, resistance to support, particularly if we are counter trend, and we are looking at something that is counter trend on the bounce up as the chart recovers. Essentially, you know, people always think, hey, listen, I ought to buy gold in times of instability, but we really don't know how valid that actually is. Anyway, that being said, that's what we're looking at here. Good luck trading today. Watch your edges below 1189. Going to look pretty bearish. Going to start heading back down above 1197. We've got another shot at 1205. Take care.